Everybody rise for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Here.
Alderman Evans. Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor. Here. 6 present, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Start the regular meeting of the City Council on March 16th, 2016 is now in session. Council, you got approval of the minutes for you for March 1st.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from March 1st and have placed on file.
Motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second?
Second that.
Second by Alderman Kerwin, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Thank you. All right, with our report tonight, a few things. First, I'd like to make the announcement that Petro will be having their ribbon cutting ceremony April 14th at 10:30 a.m. So I encourage anybody that can be out there for it. Business people as well, citizens, come on out. I think it'll be a good time out there to see a new business coming into town and opening their doors. The next thing is Tag Day. For everybody's information, Tag Day, Dad's Day, June 18th, 2016, from 8 o'clock to noon. They'll be throughout the area doing their Tag Day drive like they normally do every year. And lastly, it's not on here, but I would like, you guys may well know, we've had a few members retire from the planning and zoning. Rick Smith did retire. I just received notice from Mike Cripe that he needs to resign immediately due to health reasons. And we also have Joel Bouzet, who's intended to retire May 1st. So we're going to have some vacancies there. I do have one of those spots that will be filled that I present for consideration tonight, and that's Mr. Ken Copa. I do have his contact information. He's not here. So I want to present that to the council, his name for planning and zoning, and then we'll look for formal motions at the next council meeting. So, and then we've got a couple others, but if anybody, if you guys know of any others that might be interested, please let me know, and I'll get in touch with you. We'll go from there. So that's it for the mayor's report. Next up is citizens' comments. Do we have citizens' comments tonight?
Happy Easter for myself and the White Sox.
Thanks, Jerry. Thank you. Yes, sir.
My name is Randy Patterson. I'm a landowner here in town. I grew up in the community. I was here until I think the age of 19 or 20. My reason for being here tonight is I was looking on the website, which, by the way, is not so bad except for the old police station is still on it. Otherwise, it's a pretty good site. When I went over to the police station, they said they've got their own site. They've got their brand new station, just so it kind of covers the base. The reason I'm here tonight, and I pointed out to Tony and to a couple of the rest of you, that there are some, I know you're going to vote on this tonight for zoning and planning, for your new zoning map, and there's a parcel, at least that affects my land. Mine is industrial along the Kankakee River. And basically that which is shown as R1 is not R1. I bought it as industrial, it's still industrial unless we go through the process. And I have never been invited to part of that process. Also it has Rampa's land on there as well, that's on the, also on the west side of Water Street. That is, I think it's industrial or commercial, I'm not sure, but it's also listed as residential on here. Where he has his parts and whatnot in there. I think you're all kind of familiar with that. Immediately south of the choo-choo tracks, all the way up to where his building that he has in there for, I don't know what you call that building, but a commercial building that he has in there for his operation. And my other concern is, I've mentioned to a few of you that right now we're doing boring in the city of McHenry. They're in the middle of my land. I didn't hear anything about it, so I've got some issues. Not with the city, but with the county with regard to violations of, there's about $2 million worth of equipment on there and about 10 or 12 guys from I-50 that are working right now. I don't know if it's I-50 from I-50 Communications or I-50 laborers, but I know that there's some I-50 people in there. And I don't want to stop or anything, but it would be nice if they'd notify me. My attorney asked me to file for criminal trespass on the property since the soil is being violated. We went through this process a few years ago, and in 2002 or 2003, by the way, I owned that property, and it's 2001. Basically, what happened there was the borings must have gone wild, that's all I can say, because they were actually about 60 feet or 70 feet south of the present line, over by where the, I don't know what the business is called, it used to be a lumber yard there anyway, but now there's, I think they have storage in that facility. Well, they bored under the river and they bored over. Less sophisticated equipment, it was only like a crew of 3 at the time, memory served me right. They were all over the place, and it affected 3 of my parcels and 1,000 other landowners between here and Chicago. And basically they paid out, it bankrupted the company that was doing the boring, and it also cost the livelihoods of quite a few workers along the way. So I asked them to really be diligent about what they're doing and know they shouldn't be on their property without permission, quite honestly. And that has me quite upset. But I should also say that they claim that their precision is within 1/4 of an inch and they can follow that. Folks, if you believe that, you live in the tooth fairy and that Easter bunny thing. Because when you go down like this with your gun, it just doesn't work quite that way. It's easier in water, but it's not that easy underground. And that's why there was a large lawsuit back then. It may affect some of the property, I don't know, where all the city owns properties now, or those properties which might be in the city's possession because of adverse possession or whatever it might be. And it may well affect them, and the city might be standing in line in a few years once they've identified where the route is actually going. This time they're using a 6 1/4 inch bore, I think. So it's quite a bit different. And lastly, is there going to be a discussion tonight at all of where we're at with the street configurations? Because this is a major problem. I'm fearful for my old neighborhood, quite honestly. If somebody, once this gets going and they close down both Water Street and Kankakee Street simultaneously, which they're variously going to have to do at some point, where is that going? What's the emergency plan here? When people have a heart attack anywhere north of that choo-choo track, and all the equipment's on this side, do we have a plan? Will there be a plan?
I don't know what, the only streets they're closing as part of the boring plant are
No, not for
Chicago
building. I'm
Street.
talking about when they put them.
Oh, that's down the road,
I realize, but is there some place that we're putting an emergency plan?
well, I know you're talking about
Positioning equipment?
the improvements to the tracks. Yes, there are discussions that go on. There are, anytime that there's any potential of rail crossing closings or any stuff like that, there's several meetings that go on between the contractors involved, as well as the city, as well as the police department, as well as the fire department. All the game plans are put together, just like when they came and put the rail down a few years ago, when they redid the rail. There was a lot of planning meetings and a lot of logistics that went into that those same type of scenarios that dealt with the emergency situations and how they were to be addressed and what was going on. So everybody was on the same page at the same time. So those type of meetings go on all the time when these things come about.
Well, they're about to start working in about 3 or 4 weeks on the railroad project alone. It may not affect the crossings per se because they're looking at footings, I think, for what would be the North Bridge that they can put in. I assume then it'll be another year away before we get the crossings? Or do you know?
Yeah, they're, still all in the, I would say the challenge section, is what I should say, because especially with Kankakee Street, they've never come with a defined plan on how they're going to address the situation yet. We've not submitted any, they usually submit them to the city, we go through the approval process, engineering looks at it and everything else. They've not presented anything formally to the city, so there's been no movement in that. But once that happens, it all becomes addressed here. We have public forums and address those situations just like we had in the past. The only 2 that have been implemented that have been submitted to the ICC as far as track improvements has been Strip Line Road and Coal City Road, which is what they have to do whenever they plan on doing a rail section improvement. They have to be submitted to the ICC through an ICC hearing, and there are several steps that have to go through that. So the only 2 that have actually been submitted is Coal City Road and Strip Line Road to the ICC.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to say that I talked with David Ramper earlier today. I haven't talked with the party who's on the other side of the river, but I'm amazed that they can start work on or already planning on staging, movement, equipment, etc. Only 3 weeks and they haven't even acquired the property yet. It's quite a unique way of democracy in action, I think. we probably need to address some of that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Any other citizens' comments tonight? Yep. All right, planning and zoning. First item on there is in regards to map amendment change. Who got that motion?
Joe Van Dyne does.
Steve's got it.
Oh, you took it?
Yeah, Steve's got it. Joe's got the zoning map,
Oh, that's the one he's got.
which you'll have.
I'll have it.
So Steve, you want to start there?
Yeah, I got I move to approve ordinance number 16-03-16-01. The ordinance approving a map amendment as pertains to property located at 627 South Water Street, Wilmington.
A motion by Alderman Evans, do we have a second?
I second that.
Second by Alderman Larry Hall. Any discussion? Could you apprise everybody on how the planning and zoning ruled on this?
Yeah, planning and zoning agreed with the request. It's basically housekeeping. The house has been, literally been a duplex for probably since, I think she claimed back in the late 1990s. And at this point in time, you know, she's come in because it's R2. So we have to amend that. And one thing that's very positive about this is she went through all the process of which she's paid. And so we just want to get it cleaned up and get proper zoning being used as a duplex. There was no adverse. They were all in favor of it. That was the appropriate thing to do. Excellent.
Is that that's a two dwelling now, right?
Yes.
And you want to go to 3?
No,
You want to go with the R3?
I want to go with R3. It's currently R2.
Right,
Yeah.
which is the proper zoning for what it's there for. So that's all it is.
But
R3 is what's needed for that property. So it's just basically to clean it up to, make it what it's supposed to be, so to speak.
We got a legal lot.
Right, there you go. Any further discussion? Get a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Evans?
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall?
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin?
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall?
Yes.
Alderman Tudor?
Yes.
Alderman Studer?
Yes.
6 yes, motion passes.
Number 2, get that through.
I do. Mr. Mayor, I move to approve ordinance number 16-03-16-02, an ordinance approving a variance as pertains to property located at 452 Fulton Street.
A motion by Alderman Kirby Hall, do we have a second?
I second that.
Second by Alderman Larry Hall. Any discussion? Planning and zoning?
Planning and zoning went through it all. Mark was there. He's here next day. And he had a few questions. What makes this complicated, as you can see on the planning survey, there's actually 3 lots. But you look at it as 1 lot. And variance, the one thing I will say, it is a little confusing on what is the lot coverage for this. But so the zoning board recommended not to exceed an additional 30%. So that's why you see the way the ordinance is written for it. We believe it's going to be at 53%. It was one calculation, there's another one that might be at 58%, but it's definitely under the 30. So the recommendation was
The additional 30 that he had.
yeah, it's additional 30, but 30 is what he's allowing. He's asked for additional 30. So they went through it all, and Mark was telling what he's up to. So.
I asked Mark, they have an existing concrete slab there right now that was approved.
When Gary Tate was the building inspector,
Okay, a long time ago.
That was a lot of fun.
well, I blew out my arm,
Yeah.
shoulder, and then the money had to stay at home with the kids.
So he got that approved back then, and he's gonna use the existing concrete slab. So all he's gonna do is finish what he started when Gary was here.
20 years
So,
ago? 15
yeah.
years ago?
So I have no problem with it. And he also got signatures from everybody around, and they don't have no problem with it either. So,
That's good. Thanks.
You want to put a steel roof on it?
Yeah, I wanted to go steel roof.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Kirby Hall?
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall?
yes.
Alderman Studer?
Yes.
Alderman Evans?
Yes.
Alderman Tudor?
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin?
Yeah.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Thank you. Lori, you got that, you take care
I
of that.
have the next one, but I kinda have to agree with Randy here on what he was presented to us. We probably need to look at changing that R1.
What we need to do is we need to, well, have to happen is there'll have to be legal stuff to go through it. Naturally, there needs to be paperwork, and there needs to be, see how the county's got everything listed, and that stuff will allow legal to happen. I don't think this has changed at all, has it?
This is the base map that's been posted for many years, I mean, there's 6, and
I don't know if that ever is.
so we do need to do a legal review. And what I would recommend on the motion is to state that I move to approve the zoning map and request a legal review as presented by the owner, Mr. Patterson, on the city R1.
That was gonna be my suggestion, pending legal. We approve it, but we need the legal review.
Yeah.
Okay.
Determine if it's just an improper coloring on our map or something else.
Yeah.
Okay. I move to approve the 2016 Wilmington zoning map pending legal review. And that should be.
A motion by Alderman Larry Hall, do we have a second? Second. Second by Alderman Kevin Kerwin. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Thank you. Their next scheduled meeting is scheduled for Thursday, March 31st, 2016 at 5 o'clock p.m. Committee reports, building grounds, parks, health and safety. Neither chair are here tonight, but their next scheduled meeting is April 13th at 5:30. Water, sewer, streets and alleys, Alderman Studer, Alderman Kerwin.
Next scheduled meeting Wednesday, April 13th, 2016 at 6 p.m.
Police and ESTA, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
Next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, April 12th, 2016 at 5:30 p.m.
Right along. Finance Administration and Land Act, Alderman Studer, Alderman Tudor.
I move to approve the accounts payable report and collector's report as presented by the city accountant.
Motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderman Studer, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
I move to approve ordinance number 16-03-16-03, an ordinance amending the provision of Chapter 96 of the Wilmington Code of Ordinances relating to signs.
A motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Evans, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
I move to approve the park rules.
A motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second? Second by Alderman Kerwin. Any discussion?
What it was.
Roll call vote, please.
Are we going to add
Oh,
anything?
with the, yes.
Suggested changes?
Yeah, we can make those suggested changes, I don't think we really need to
Sorry.
go through
Okay, fair enough.
the addition to the motion.
Yeah.
They're just being noted by
I'm putting it on here anyway, just so they see it.
Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Okay, the next
Turn,
slide.
Frank.
I move to approve the 7th amendment to the annexation agreement with Ridge Logistics Park 1 LLC.
An execution of legal review.
With execution of legal review.
Upon.
Upon,
Upon final legal review, the only reason for this is we've already reviewed it, okay? But there's some numbers that need to be put in. So next couple of days we have to put in some final numbers. It was one time to do that. Otherwise, no, we've already,
Are we adding that to all these motions?
yeah, fine, yeah. Just to make sure the final figures are put in.
Okay, I move to approve the 7th amendment to the annexation agreement with Ridge Logistics Park 1 LLC upon final legal review.
A motion by Alderman Tudor, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tudor. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor. Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Thank you.
Move to approve annexation agreement estoppel with Ridge Logistics Park 1 LLC upon final legal review.
A motion by Alderman Studer, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tudor, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer. Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Move to approve the 10th amendment to the redevelopment agreement with Ridge Logistics Park 1 LLC upon final legal review.
A motion by Alderman Studer, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tudor, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
I move to approve the redevelopment agreement estoppel with Ridge Logistics Park 1 LLC upon final legal review.
A motion by Alderman Studer, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tudor. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Move to approve resolution number 2016-05, a resolution of intent to amend the TIF district for Bridgeport Logistics Center intermodal terminal facility area upon final legal review.
This one would not be final legal.
Nah.
No, this one is
That's
just,
the resolution.
this sets the motion forward to start the TIF process.
Okay.
There you go.
Without that.
We'll just,
I
yeah.
withdraw upon final legal review.
There you go. A motion by Alderman Studer, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Tudor, any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Studer.
Yes.
Alderman Tudor.
Yes.
Alderman Evans.
Yes.
Alderman Kirby Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Larry Hall.
Yes.
Alderman Kerwin.
Yes.
6 yes, 2 absent, motion passes.
Next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, April 19, 2016 at 6 p.m.
Got pretty good at that Studer thing.
She didn't mess up one.
Ordinance and License Committee, Alderman Kirby Hall, Alderman Evans.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the next scheduled meeting is Tuesday, April 12th, 2016, at 6 o'clock p.m. Wednesday.
Thank you. Personnel Collective Bargaining, Alderman Hall, Larry Hall.
Next scheduled meeting is Wednesday, the 23rd at 5:30 p.m.
Wednesday, March 23rd. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if everyone's good with that.
Yeah.
I seen it there and I go, oh, nobody talked to me about that.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Got sidetracked.
Yeah.
City Administrator's Report, Mr. Graff.
Yeah, the black and white police car did get transferred over to our code enforcement and building inspector. We did put emblems on the side, magnetic, that identified the vehicle. So our code enforcement building inspector now has a vehicle that should be driving around. And we're talking to people in the community. You guys had enough tonight, so nothing else.
Alderman, while you're there, do you have anything?
Yeah, no, I was there, but,
Yeah, but we'll just throw you on.
engineer's report, just gonna touch on the stuff that's changed since last time. Basically, Chicago Street, Sprint out there currently boring under the river and under Cape Key Street and the Fourth Creek over there with their new lines for the high-speed rail replacement of their services. 53 in Petone, AT&T's out there, was out there yesterday doing some soil borings to confirm the depth and location of their lines, so that determine whether they need to be relocated when we do the improvement at that intersection. They were the only two that really got touched on in that report. The economic development report, Petro is looking to open its doors next week. They're currently under inspection with the county and just had a few things they had to get squared away, and they're talking possibly Monday morning, so that's what they were telling me. CDC, the wall panels are on for the expansion of the Building B. The roof bridge going in too as well, so we're moving along with that thing. Lorenzo Ridgeway traffic signals are looking to be turned on Friday. They'll be out there tomorrow and Friday restriping at that intersection to get all the stop bars and the turn lights and everything in line so that the lights can actually function. So project is currently under review, and a couple of submittals, and sent them a second review letter earlier this week. So Raggio Car Wash, pouring the floor over there, got the garage doors up. I haven't heard anything in terms of when they're looking to get going, but they're still moving forward. And then Foxtail Commons, looking to get 3 new houses put up over there. The site plans are being prepared, but one foundation's poured, and they're looking to pour the other 2 by next week.
Colby, that farthest south turn lane heading west off of Lorenzo, the new concrete that was poured in for the future route for the new interchange to be done at Lorenzo, where it just comes to a stop, and there's no...
In front of Petro there?
Yeah, there's no... There's no safety devices marking that.
Yeah, they did put those red
Something needs to be done, or some fill and a little asphalt until something's done there, because somebody's gonna end up in there.
Right, no, and that was part of the issue they had before about expanding that with the state, whatever, but they had to do that in order to make allow those trucks to exit and make that turn without tearing up all that, but yeah, you're right.
When things get busy, when that thing opens, you're gonna have some confused person down in there.
Yep, I hear you.
We might wanna do something temporary there.
And
So, I'll get on that, make sure.
Kobe, who's working on Kankakee Street, heading up the hill there?
18, that's
And
comment, yeah.
Comment.
Oh, the utility?
Intern.
intern, whoever it was, but, and I noticed that yesterday when I came through there, and today was different, but I don't know who I need to tell, but when you're coming south on Kankakee Street, and they've got the trucks blocking the right lane, they're expecting people to pass with no flagmen there, and there's people coming straight up the hill.
They had flag guys here.
And this afternoon they did, yes.
Yeah, we got a whole comment late yesterday afternoon about that. And
Yeah, it was
somebody out there
very
and-
dangerous.
Yeah, no.
Call us right away when it happens.
Yeah, they're supposed to have flaggers.
Yeah,
They were there today.
you might want to point out too, today, they were standing, the trucks were right here. The 2 flagmen were standing like right next to the truck, and they needed to stand back further for the people coming north on Kankakee, because those people are not gonna see the flag guy standing way up there. They think he's flagging for the people coming south.
They think they can get away with one flagman directed both.
Right, no, and it got pretty dangerous.
We'll be on the Sprint project. That's Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. It'll close, Chicago Street, correct?
Right.
Is that a 6-week project, so they're projecting the 6 weeks?
They said 6 to 8 is what they told me. So, I mean, but I basically told them, I said, hey, when you're not there, get those signs out of the way, get that road open, and when you're there, just make sure the signs are up, and when you're not there, turn around, that way people know they can get through there. But
On Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago Street.
Today they had them,
They've had them kind of, they're not in the roadway.
right, they're
Because
kind of
they're
there,
on
and
the
you don't know if
side.
it's closed or
yeah,
not.
it wasn't really closed, they could drive through there.
The project's not going to start until March 16th, which is today, today was the 16th. So technically today, they could have started closing them. But like you said, if they don't have any need for them to be closed, then they'll keep them open. So, but.
Tell them when they open it, they need to move that barricade all the way off the road.
Yeah,
I was trying to make that clear.
That's part of their, it's part of the business to talk to these.
Thank you.
Very good, Colby, it's good to hear everything moving along. So,
I think you forgot to add one, you got a notice today from IDOT, they're gonna be, what are they doing on 102? They're gonna be cleaning
Oh,
up.
I'm gonna be out here surveying for the culvert.
oh, the one we've been asking for about 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
That's the
longer
Fran
than that.
complaint.
So there should be a surveyor out here next few days.
More than just Fran.
It's the Fran complaint.
Yeah.
Oh, they're also gonna be doing the, issues or cleaning it out too, right?
But yeah, they're
Yeah.
televising the sewers to figure out however they function to close
Very
up
good.
there, so,
Yay.
About 1-0, Jerry.
All
Thanks,
right.
Colby.
yeah. Yep.
Attorney's report, Mr. Irvin.
Thank you. In December, I believe it was, the council gave approval to sell a parcel of property, or at least publish it in a newspaper to determine if anyone was interested in purchasing it. It was in regards to a parcel along the Union Pacific Railroad that the railroad wanted, and in order for the city to even negotiate with UP concerning it, we had to follow a statute, so it was published in the newspaper. So I've been working on that within the last 2 weeks. And I've also finalized the preparation of a complaint for permanent injunction against a certain property owner in regards to zoning violations. If they don't clean their property up for the next 30 days, so that's all I have.
All right, seeing nothing else, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Favor?
All right.
They're adjourned.
You can get it with Fran.